Today, we're going to talk about your customer relationships and your contracts. Remember our common theme, that buyers want your cash flow stream to continue. And this means that they not only want to keep your customers, but to maintain their margins. Starting by building a great team that has multiple touch points into the client is a great way to safeguard continuity. But we're going to discuss your team as a separate topic. The main point we'll hit today are your customer agreements. Is there an assignability clause in your contract? If so, what does it say? Does it say that the contract isn't assignable or only assignable with customer consent? Those aren't necessarily deal breakers, but it does bring up the question of whether you'll need to introduce a buyer to your customer prior to the close of a transaction. And I bet I can guess whether or not you'd like to do that. When your customer contracts come up for renewal, do you just let them lapse and turn into month-to-month agreements at the same terms? Or do you actually execute a new contract? How long are your agreements? When was the last time you did a price increase? It's quite common and easy to take the path of least resistance to let customer agreements turn evergreen, but the longer this goes on, the harder it is for change. It'd be best practices to formally sign new agreements when customer contracts come up for renewal. Lock in the longest term possible. Keep up with price increases, which may very well take place annually. Your costs are going up, and if these aren't passed through to customers, buyers will easily see your declining margins. This hurts in all scenarios, but especially consider an industry buyer who sees your prices significantly lower than theirs. The business wouldn't fit their model for fear that customers would be lost in the future when they're forced to do a large increase. Of course, make sure to consult your corporate attorney who has experience in drafting these agreements and knows how they play into the business transaction.